We see most of our parents tend to ask us about how to use their phones, even though it is the simplest task like how to increase the brightness or how to save a contact, even though a mobile phone is mostly intuitive and easy to use. So today we're gonna count down 7 reasons why most of the older generation or older adults are technologically handicapped. Before we go ahead with the video, a thumbs up would be great. And please hit the subscribe and bell notification button. For this countdown, let's start from the 7th reason why older generations are technologically handicapped. And for this video, we're gonna be specifically talking about mobile phones. The 7th reason is that most of them still think a phone can and should only be used for calling someone. The idea of a phone is 10 years outdated. However, in these recent times, people have started using it for video calling and making much better use of the well-built cameras on their phone. In fact, we see most of the older generations are on Facebook now, even though they were all against it and were skeptical when it first came out. The 6th reason is that most parents or adults get migraines due to the blue light that is emitted from the screens. It's easy for a person who haven't used the phone much to get these migraines, specifically when they use an OLED screen as they are brighter, and most of them look at their screens at the brightest settings. This further increases the headaches and leads to further eye problems, as too much brightness from your screen can lead to burning your eyes or drying it up, causing itchy eyes and migraines. Now on to the 5th, which I think we're all mostly guilty of. Most of us don't make complete or efficient use of our phones, even though it may be capable of much more. With the latest technology, we can do much more than just send texts or receive calls. We can now edit videos, watch 4K videos with our mobile network, all thanks to fast internet connections and of course 5G. But parents' ideals are still stuck on the idea when Steve Jobs unveiled the first iPhone or when BlackBerry went bankrupt. The 4th reason lingers in our subconscious mind, which is the older we get, the slower we learn. Or to put it in simple words, our capacity to learn decreases as we age due to the reducing number of neurons in our brains. As we get older, we tend to forget things much easily, and this is why parents take much time to get adapted to newer technologies, while younger generations learn faster and don't need a tutor on technology. As we go up to the 3rd, so does our age, and with it, our willingness to try new things decreases. This is because parents are not willing to take risks, and there is a very reasonable explanation for this too, as their decisions not only affects them but it affects others they love too. Hence, they are hesitant to try new things. In fact, most adults are still hesitant to use Google Pay or Apple Pay, thinking they might lose all their money due to a scam or a hacker. They aren't wrong to be scared, as most people do get scammed and lose thousands of money. On to our top 2. The sense of responsibility older generations have for their children prevent them from jumping out of the couch and yelling, "Just do it." They can't just do it, as it affects others too. I see how this overlaps with the 3rd reason, but in our top 2, we're trying to point out the amount of work they do and the bills they have to pay. They barely have time for themselves. At the end of the day, which leaves very little time to try newer things and adapt to the newer technologies. In this case, a simple software update is a great example. Our number 1 reason for why older generations are technologically handicapped is simple. It's because there is a huge technological gap. The first phone was invented in 1876, but we only got to the first smartphone in 1992. And things escalated even faster when Steve Jobs unveiled the first iPhone in 2007. And now, technology seems to be moving forward at a much faster pace than ever before. Older generations remember the first phones and are stuck on that idea, and they probably have nostalgia from time to time. If you like this video, do check out our next video on the screen, 7 Things Successful People Do.